Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're talking about Bullet Train. Bullet Train is a hyper-violent comedy directed by David Leitch, the man responsible for giving us Deadpool 2, and stars Brad Pitt as a former assassin who must battle fellow killers on this train. The film also stars Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Sandra Bullock, Michael Shannon, Brian Tyree Henry, the list goes on. I thought Bullet Train was an absolute blast. As far as a comedy goes, the premise of an assassin who has now essentially become a pacifist trying to still do his job is hilarious in and of itself. The comedy here for the most part is very quick-witted dialogue, like it's so quick that you might miss it the first time round, and I know that for critics it's a huge turn-off and they like to bash on movies like this, but I'm not your normal movie critic. I very much enjoyed the comedy in this film. There's a lot of Thomas the Tank Engine references because they're on a train, and I grew up watching the show, so immediately I resonated with this film and connected on a deeper level. As far as problems with the film, the first 20 or 30 minutes has some non-linear storytelling, 15 minutes ago, 24 hours ago, and a lot of flashbacks to establish characters, but once everyone is there, and all these characters have been established and you know what's going on, the film just hits the ground running and it doesn't ever really stop. The movie has a few good twists and surprises as well, which I won't spoil here. This movie also has some great character work, particularly with Lemon and Tangerine, because they're code names for these characters. They can go from very dramatic to very funny to very serious when they need to be, whenever the film needs them to be. Without spoiling anything, I also really love the way that this film subverts your expectations, or at least it did for me. I thought the film was definitely going one way or going to end with certain subplots that they set up, but they really ripped the rug out from underneath. And as someone that watches a lot of movies, I imagine if you're not a huge movie fan, it'll do the same for you as well. With David Leitch's background in stunt work, the stunt work here and the cinematography around those fights is amazing. It's very pleasing to watch. I love the aesthetic of the entire film and the train. I know Bullet Train is based off a pre-established novel, but as far as adaptations goes, I feel like David Leitch really made this his own. Very much like Deadpool 2, even down to certain beats that happen in the film. So if you liked Deadpool 2, you're gonna love this as well. For me, Bullet Train really dotted the I's and crossed the T's. It was everything that I wanted it to be. It was just this hyper-violent joyride. So for me, Bullet Train is gonna get an 8 out of 10. It was a huge surprise, to say the least, because when you spend all of your time around movies, you're bound to hear things from certain critics, and they were underselling this as it's okay, I guess. No, this is a good time. But again, I guess it depends on your flavor of movie. Do you like the style of Deadpool and the comedy that's there and how violent it can be? If not, this is probably not for you. However, if you're into it, Bullet Train. Go out, go see it. It's still in cinemas at the moment. Or as of recording this, if you haven't already, consider subscribing or hitting the like button. It helps me out a lot. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you enjoyed this, consider doing it. As always, thank you guys so much for coming back and tuning in. I will have more movie reviews coming for you soon, as well as Better Call Saul, so stick around, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.